Hello, dear listener. Welcome to Calm Cloud Chronicles, where imagination drifts and stories unfold. Sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more soothing tales. Journey through the celestial drift. As you close your eyes and allow your body to sink into the comfort of your bed, let your mind drift away. Far beyond the stars, beyond the reach of time. Tonight, you embark on a journey unlike any other, a tranquil voyage through the celestial drift, where the boundaries of reality dissolve, and only serenity remains. Feel your breath slow, steady like the pulse of the universe. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, let go of any tension, any lingering thoughts of the day. The vast expanse of space awaits you. Your vessel, the Luminara, hums softly around you, cradling you in warmth as it prepares for departure. Chapter 1. Lifting into the Void. The engines whisper to life with a quiet hum, sending soothing vibrations through the ship's frame. The transparent dome above reveals a sky adorned with constellations, ancient stories etched into the cosmos. As the countdown begins, your fingers rest lightly on the console. A soft chime signals ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weightless, the planet below shrinks into a blue pearl, lost in the vast ink of space. The hum of the ship matches the rhythm of your heartbeat, slow and steady, as you glide forward. Outside, a celestial river of stardust flows in an endless, hypnotic dance, weaving shimmering ribbons of violet, silver, and gold. The light of distant nebulae pulses gently, breathing in perfect harmony with the universe itself. As the ship drifts forward, you settle into your seat, letting the weightless sensation lull you into deeper relaxation. The silence of space is profound, broken only by the occasional chime of the ship's instruments. The Luminara's AI softly murmurs updates, ensuring a smooth voyage as you venture further into the unknown. A soft blue glow fills the cockpit as you engage the ship's autopilot, allowing yourself to fully immerse in the moment. Looking beyond the window, the vastness of space stretches endlessly, punctuated by scattered cosmic phenomena, twinkling asteroid belts, floating fragments of forgotten moons, and the distant flicker of galaxies yet to be explored. Time feels different here, elongated and tranquil. A deep sense of peace washes over you as the ship continues its steady course through the celestial expanse. Chapter 2. Passing Jupiter. A chime from the ship's console gently stirs your awareness. The Luminara is approaching Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system, its colossal form dominating the viewport. Swirling bands of ochre, amber, and deep crimson twist in an eternal storm, dancing across its gaseous surface. You drift closer, allowing the gravity of the gas giant to pull your ship ever so slightly, guiding you into a gentle orbit. The iconic Great Red Spot, a tempest larger than Earth itself, looms below, casting eerie shadows across the roiling clouds. The ship's AI whispers through the speakers, delivering data on Jupiter's ever-changing storms, the power of its gravity, and the hidden mysteries of its thick atmosphere. Beyond the massive planet, its moons glisten like celestial jewels. Io, a world of volcanic fire, erupts in the distance, sending plumes of molten rock into the void. The bright, icy shell of Europa gleams against the backdrop of deep space, hiding oceans that may cradle alien life beneath its frozen crust. The ship gently glides closer to Ganymede, the largest moon, where icy mountains stretch toward the sky, their peaks glistening with reflected starlight. In the far distance, the small, distant form of Callisto drifts silently, untouched by time, its cratered surface whispering secrets of the ancient cosmos. As the ship aligns for departure, you take one last lingering look at the mighty gas giant, feeling a deep reverence for its sheer scale and beauty. Jupiter fades behind you, swallowed by the ever-expanding darkness, as the Luminara charts a course beyond the solar system. Chapter 3: The Whispering Nebula and Other Galaxies. Beyond the known planets, the ship enters a stretch of space known as the Lyran Nebula, a swirling expanse of sapphire and amethyst clouds, illuminated by hidden starlight. Here, space seems to hum with an ancient song, a soft resonance that seeps into your thoughts and slows your mind. The nebula breathes in pulses of iridescent light, shifting in mesmerizing waves, as if alive. The ship glides smoothly through the cosmic mist, its sensors detecting fluctuations in electromagnetic fields, whispering hints of long-forgotten civilizations that once drifted through these very stars. Chapter 4: First Contact. The ship's sensors flicker as an anomaly appears on the edge of the star map. A structure, a massive, rotating ring, hovers in the void, emitting a soft, rhythmic pulse. The Luminara slows as you take in the sight before you, an artificial construct, older than recorded history, spinning in silent majesty. Chapter 5: The Ancient Portal. The Luminara inches closer to the ring. A sudden vibration hums through the ship as if the ancient structure has recognized your presence. The glyphs pulse faster. A deep, resonant voice, neither human nor machine, echoes through the ship. Unknown voice says, "Traveler. You stand at the threshold. Enter, if you seek knowledge. But beware, knowledge is never without cost." Your crew exchanges uneasy glances. The choice is yours. Chapter 6: Through the Gate. Steeling yourself, you guide the Luminara through the portal. Space folds and shifts, colors twisting in ways you can barely comprehend. Time stretches. You are flung across the universe, emerging above a luminous planet unlike any you've ever seen. A sprawling city of golden towers rises from beneath a crystalline ocean. In the sky, twin suns burn softly, casting a warm glow. A figure awaits you, a being of flowing energy, its presence both ancient and kind. "Being approached me, you have come far, traveler. We are the keepers of the drift. Your universe is but one of many. Would you like to see more?" A choice stands before you: return home with newfound knowledge, or venture further into the infinite unknown. Chapter 7: Into the Black Hole. The Keepers guide you toward a tear in space, a vortex darker than shadow, a black hole looming ahead. Light bends and fractures at its edges, spiraling into its hungry core. The ship's AI calculates a safe trajectory, but uncertainty lingers. No one has ever truly returned from such a journey. Yet the call of the unknown is irresistible. As the Luminara edges forward, a sensation unlike anything before washes over you. Gravity distorts time itself. Seconds stretch into eternity. Whispers echo in your mind, fragments of voices from across time and space, travelers who came before and those who never returned. The ship trembles as it crosses the event horizon. And then, silence. You are no longer in space. You are somewhere else. Chapter 8. Beyond the event horizon. The silence is absolute. For a moment, it feels as if the Luminara has ceased to exist. The void stretches in every direction, a darkness so pure that it seems to press against your consciousness. Then, slowly, a glimmer of light flickers at the edges of perception. The ship's AI chimes in, though its voice sounds distant, almost warped. Gravitational readings. Incalculable. Temporal distortion detected. The words arrive in strange, echoing layers, as though they are being spoken across different moments in time. Suddenly, the blackness splits. You are no longer falling but drifting, weightless, through a realm that should not exist. Shattered constellations glow faintly around you, their starlight bending and looping upon itself. In the distance, vast structures, impossible, cathedral-like formations, hang in the void, formed from dark matter and glowing veins of pure energy. A voice, unlike anything you have ever heard, resonates within your mind. It is neither alien nor artificial, but something older. The voice said, "You have entered the singularity beyond. Few have come this far. Fewer still have returned. What is it you seek?" Your crew looks to you, their faces a mixture of awe and fear. You must answer. Chapter 9. The Keepers of Gravity. You steady yourself and respond, your voice barely above a whisper. "I seek knowledge. The truth of the cosmos." A ripple moves through the space before you, and out of the darkness step figures, tall, elongated beings composed of shifting starlight and flowing shadows. They do not walk, nor do they hover. They simply are. The Keepers of Gravity. Keeper said, "Knowledge has a price. What are you willing to give?" Your crew stiffens. The black hole was a test, but this is a choice. The Keepers extend their hands, if they can be called that, and the very fabric of space warps around them. Visions flood your mind. You see galaxies in their infancy, bursting into brilliant life. You witness the death of suns, collapsing into voids like the one that brought you here. And you see something else, something hidden beyond the observable universe. A structure. A doorway to another plane of existence. Chapter 10. The Cosmic Bridge. "Show me more," you whisper, drawn in by the vision. The Keepers exchange a glance, if such a thing is possible, before extending their hands again. The Luminara lurches forward, no longer bound by traditional physics. You are moving at speeds incomprehensible, slipping through dimensions previously unknown. Then, it appears. Suspended between two dying stars is an enormous bridge, kilometers wide, glowing faintly with residual cosmic energy. It is not made of metal nor any material known to humankind. It exists in a state between matter and energy, pulsing as though alive. AI voice said, "Scanning. Material unidentifiable. Structure predates known universe. Your breath catches. Could this be a remnant of a civilization from before time itself? Or something beyond?" Chapter 11. The Eternal Archive. Crossing the bridge is both instantaneous and infinite. One moment, you are approaching it. The next, you are inside an enormous structure, a hollow planet filled with endless corridors, lined with pulsating orbs of light. A whispering sound brushes against your mind. Words in every language ever spoken, and some never uttered aloud. This is the eternal archive, a vault of knowledge older than the cosmos itself. Your fingers brush against one of the orbs, and in an instant, you are somewhere else. Walking the surface of a world made entirely of liquid diamond. Floating through the atmosphere of a gas giant so vast that entire civilizations live within its clouds. Witnessing, firsthand, the birth of a black hole from the collision of two neutron stars. But then, you see something else. A warning. Chapter 12, The Fractured Sky. The archive shifts, and an image emerges, of your own universe, fractured like a cracked mirror. Something is breaking through. Something vast, cold, and hungry. A deep tremor shakes the structure. The keepers turn, their forms flickering with urgency. Keeper said, "You have seen too much. The balance must be maintained." The warning was not meant for you alone. It was a fragment of a greater truth, one the keepers had not intended for a traveler such as yourself to witness. Your ship shudders. The black hole that brought you here begins to destabilize. You must escape. Now. Chapter 13, The Last Journey. The Luminara surges forward, engines roaring as you attempt to navigate back toward the singularity. The cosmic bridge shatters behind you, the archive collapsing into streams of light and matter. The keepers watch but do not intervene. As you near the event horizon once more, the ship's AI calculates one final trajectory, a desperate slingshot maneuver through the remains of a collapsing star. Brace yourselves. You shout as reality warps around you. A blinding light engulfs the ship. And then, silence. Chapter 14, Returning Home. You awake to a familiar sound, the gentle hum of the ship's console. The stars outside look normal once more. The vast horrors and wonders of the beyond now exist only as memories, fading like a dream upon waking. Your crew sits in stunned silence. Did it really happen? Or was it merely an illusion created by the depths of space? Then, the AI chimes in with one final reading. AI voice said, "Anomaly detected. Coordinates uncharted. The ship is no longer where it began. You have returned. But not to the universe you once knew." Chapter 15, The Final Choice. As you gaze out into the unknown, one truth becomes clear. You have crossed a threshold that cannot be undone. A choice stands before you. Attempt to retrace your steps and find your way back, or embrace the mysteries of this new universe and forge a new path. The stars wait for your answer. Another story for today is called The Fractured Time Vault. Chapter 1, The Signal from the Past. The Luminara drifted silently through the vastness of interstellar space, its hull reflecting the distant glow of a dying star. Captain Elias Voss sat in the command chair, staring at the deep space scanner, where an anomaly pulsed like a heartbeat, a signal, faint yet unmistakable. AI voice said, "Temporal distortion detected. Coordinates uncharted." Dr. Sienna Carter, the ship's lead astrophysicist, leaned forward. "This signal shouldn't exist. It's coming from the edge of a collapsing wormhole." but the data suggests it originated over 1 million years ago. Voss frowned. That's impossible. If it's been traveling for that long, it should have faded into cosmic noise. AI voice said, "Correction. The signal is not traveling. It is repeating." Silence filled the bridge. If the signal wasn't moving, then something was broadcasting it, over and over, from the same place. "Prepare for a closer look," Voss ordered. "Let's see what's hiding at the edge of time." Chapter 2: The Vault in the Void. As the Luminara neared the anomaly, the space around them shimmered unnaturally. The wormhole was collapsing, but within it sat a structure, massive, ancient, untouched by time. A station, or perhaps a vault, built into a fragment of planetary debris locked in the wormhole's gravitational grasp. AI voice said, "Material composition unknown. Energy signatures suggest partial functionality." Sienna exhaled sharply. A structure inside a collapsing wormhole. Who could have built this? And why is it still broadcasting? The docking bay doors were open, as if waiting for them. "We're going in," Voss said. "Suit up." Chapter 3: Echoes of Time. Inside the vault, the air was thin but breathable. Dim blue lights flickered along the metallic walls, their glow pulsing in rhythmic intervals, perfectly aligned with the repeating signal. It was as if the station itself was breathing. Then they saw them, rows of stasis pods, each containing a humanoid figure. Frozen in time, yet aware. Their eyes were open, unblinking, following the movements of the crew. Sienna approached a control console, wiping away a layer of dust. The language was unfamiliar but somehow intuitive. A single command was readable among the alien symbols. Archive fractured. Restore. Her fingers hovered over the interface. "This isn't just a vault," she whispered. "It's a prison." Chapter 4: A Message from the Future. Before they could decide their next move, the AI's voice crackled with interference. Distortion increasing. Incoming transmission. Warning. Source unknown. A hollow, reverberating voice filled the vault. It was their own signal, but altered, warped by time. "If you are hearing this, you must leave. Do not wake them. Do not restore the archive. This is not knowledge, it is a weapon. We tried to stop it. We failed. Do not make our mistake." A chill ran through Voss. The message was in his own voice. "That's me," he said. "But I never recorded that." Sienna's hands trembled over the console. "That means we haven't made the mistake yet. But we're about to." Chapter 5: The Choice That Shapes Time. Time was running out. The wormhole's collapse had accelerated, and the vault trembled with each passing second. The crew had two choices: heed the warning and leave everything untouched, or unlock the archive and risk unraveling time itself. The stasis pods emitted a low hum, growing louder. One of the figures inside, a tall, ethereal being with luminous silver skin, raised a hand, pressing it against the glass. Its mouth moved silently, forming words they couldn't hear. Voss turned to Sienna. "Do we trust our own warning, or do we find out what they tried to erase?" The countdown to the wormhole's collapse had begun. Chapter 6: The Awakening. The vault trembled violently, the collapse of the wormhole accelerating. The luminous figure inside the stasis pod continued to press its hand against the glass, eyes pleading, lips forming silent words. A choice had to be made. Sienna's hands hovered over the console, her mind racing. What if this isn't a warning against them, but a warning for them? What if they're not the danger, but the key? Voss clenched his jaw. We're out of time. If we open one pod, we might not get another chance. But if we don't, we may never know. He reached for his comm. Crew, brace for an extraction. We're waking one up. The command was given. Sienna entered the sequence, and the pod hissed open with a slow release of pressurized air. The figure inside gasped, drawing their first breath in what could have been eons. Their silver eyes locked onto Voss. Then, in a voice that echoed as though carried across time itself, the being spoke. You have chosen the path that cannot be undone. Chapter 7: Knowledge Lost and Found. The vault's control systems came to life, lighting up as the remaining stasis pods pulsed with renewed energy. The being stumbled forward, catching itself on the console. Its form shimmered, half solid, half light. AI noticed, temporal fluctuation intensifying. Recommend immediate departure. Who are you? Sienna asked, eyes wide. The being turned to her, its voice soft yet weighted with infinite knowledge. We are the archivists. Keepers of histories that were erased. Protectors of what was meant to be forgotten. Voss took a step forward. Then why the warning? Why did our future selves tell us not to wake you? The being's eyes darkened. Because not all knowledge is meant to be recovered. And because time itself is fragile. Chapter 8: The Vault's Final Secret. A deep rumble shook the station as the wormhole's core began to implode. We have minutes before this place is gone, shouted Helix, the ship's engineer. We need to go, now. The archivist touched the console, and suddenly, the vault's walls transformed. Transparent panels revealed visions of other times, ancient wars that never happened, civilizations that never rose, entire galaxies wiped from existence before they could be born. Voss felt his heart pound. Are these futures? Or pasts? Neither, the archivist said. They are possibilities. Realities that existed once, and may exist again, if the wrong choices are made. Sienna's breath caught as she saw a vision of Earth. Not the Earth she knew, but one consumed by darkness, overrun by something unnatural. We have to leave, Voss said firmly. If we stay any longer, we become part of this anomaly. The archivist hesitated. Then, with a nod, they raised a shimmering hand, and the crew felt their bodies pulled, weightless, through space and time. Chapter 9: Escape through the event horizon. The Luminara's alarms blared as the crew materialized aboard the ship. The wormhole was moments from collapse, pulling the vault and everything inside it into oblivion. AI voice said, engaging emergency warp sequence. Hold on. The ship lurched forward as the engines roared to life. The gravitational pull of the dying wormhole fought against them, dragging them backward, straining the hull to its limits. Come on. Voss gritted his teeth as he pushed the thrusters to full power. We're not dying here. The ship tore free just as the vault was consumed, vanishing into the abyss. The wormhole collapsed in on itself, leaving only silence where history had once been stored. Chapter 10: Consequences. As they drifted in the aftermath, the archivist stood at the viewport, watching the void where the vault had been. "It is gone," they said. "But its echoes remain." Sienna glanced at Voss. "Did we make the right choice?" The archivist turned to them. "That is not for you to decide. The timeline is rewriting itself. All that is certain is that things are no longer as they were." A single alarm on the ship's console beeped. AI warned, "New data anomaly detected. Timeline variance 0.002%. Voss exhaled. Something changed. The archivist's silver eyes shimmered. "Yes. And now, the real journey begins." Chapter 11: A Course Uncharted. The Luminara's senses flickered erratically. The star charts no longer aligned with known stellar formations, and the onboard AI struggled to establish a fixed location. "This isn't where we were supposed to be," Helix murmured, scanning the data. "In fact, this isn't anywhere on record." The archivist stepped forward, eyes scanning the readings. "The timeline's shift has displaced us into an alternative cosmic trajectory. We are now beyond your mapped universe." Sienna frowned. "Are you saying we're in another dimension?" "Not a dimension," the archivist corrected. "A forgotten layer of existence." The ship's viewscreen flickered, revealing a field of celestial objects unlike anything recorded. Vast, spiraling constructs that defied natural law, planets suspended within glowing filaments of energy, and an eerie lack of familiar constellations. Then, a signal cut through the silence. A distress beacon. "Captain, we have a transmission incoming," Helix said, fingers flying across the controls. "But it's ancient. Thousands of years old. And it's originating from a structure orbiting that rogue planet ahead." Voss exchanged glances with Sienna. "We came this far to uncover lost knowledge. We're not stopping now. Take us in." As the Luminara approached the enigmatic station, the crew braced themselves. Another piece of forgotten history was about to be revealed, and with it, another danger lurking beyond the edge of time. Thank you for being a part of Calm Cloud Chronicles. If you enjoyed this story, let us know by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until next time, stay peaceful and keep dreaming.